Hello and welcome to Ukraine Today's press review. I'm Rahim Rahimtullah. With British MPs from both of the UK's major parties voting on Tuesday to support a plan for a referendum on membership of the European Union, we'll look in today's programme at what the international media are saying about a possible Brexit from the 28-nation bloc. We begin with the Financial Times, which says, when Britain votes on whether to stay part of the EU, one word will be constantly on the lips of those campaigning for an exit: sovereignty. It's a word which has galvanised a generation of conservative Eurosceptics affronted by the idea of British laws being made by foreigners in Brussels. It is heard far less frequently in other EU countries. And that's not the only way that Britain differs from other members of the European Union. As the FT goes on to say, a more recent phenomenon, and one where the UK stands out from most of Europe, is the concern over immigration and the loss of control of British borders. While the right to free movement of people, goods and services is seen in most member states as the single greatest achievement of the EU, the benefits are the least mentioned in British polls. Meanwhile, in Britain's Daily Telegraph newspaper, writer Daniel Hannan focuses on the role of British Prime Minister and Conservative Party leader David Cameron. He says Cameron has filled EU leaders on the continent with relief by only actually demanding small changes in Britain's relationship with the bloc. Hannan writes of Cameron, "He has never pretended, publicly or privately, to want a radically different European deal. Oh sure, he'd like to get better terms, but he has never suggested that if the referendum were on now, he'd vote to leave." Hannan confesses that on the EU membership debate, he sits on the other side of the fence to Cameron. He puts it like this: the choice will be clear enough. Vote yes for political union with the EU, vote no for friendship and free trade. I have no doubt which side I'm on. Britain is a maritime country with a global vocation. Every continent on the planet is experiencing economic growth except Europe. We can do better than this. So, as Hannan alludes to there, the British Prime Minister is facing a tough task to keep his party together in the face of some MPs who don't want just a renegotiation of Britain's relationship with the EU, they want out completely. Raphael Baer picks up on this point in The Guardian. He says, having said he intended to get something special, Cameron can hardly admit to bringing home anything less. So it is a safe assumption that even a watery gloss on existing EU membership will be presented as a triumph. Equally certain is the eventual declaration by some Tory MPs that the Prime Minister has let them down, leaving a call for exit as the only conscionable option. So what can Prime Minister Cameron do? Well, Baer offers this advice. He says, the Prime Minister's best asset in this battle is public opinion. There is not much love for the EU in Britain, but ardent desire to quit at any cost is a fringe position. A referendum on existing membership terms could be won by the yes camp if the alternative looks like a blind leap into economic uncertainty. So our commentators today seem to agree that British leader Cameron is facing a difficult balancing act, keeping Eurosceptics in the Conservative Party happy without fully withdrawing Britain from the EU. But that means he'll have to win some serious concessions from Brussels. And all the while, as Britain looks to step back, the EU is engaged in the process of bringing potential new member states like Ukraine and Serbia further into its orbit. That's all we have time for today. Join us again tomorrow for another press review. In Kiev, this is Ukraine Today.